Hi Libra, welcome to your What They Aren't Telling You for June 23rd through July 22nd. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below, as well as the Recommend a Reader shout out, which goes to 111. Much love and support to her, and hopefully you get a chance to stop by and check her out. Show her some love if you like what she has to say. Alright Libra, what aren't they telling you? What aren't they telling you, Libra? What they aren't telling you, Libra. Four of Swords, Three of Coins, King of Coins, Ace of Wands, Five of Wands, Page of Wands, Eight of Cups, Nine of Swords. Can't really see that. All right. I'm gonna do it like this. All right. I'm trying to get a read before I just start talking, because I know how that goes when I do that. I have to backtrack sometimes. So are they just not ready for the relationship? Is that what this is? Like they're walking away to deal with their own feelings? Because right now you're like, okay, I just need a rest from all the drama. And honestly, if somebody is really preoccupied with their own drama, it makes them emotionally unavailable for the connection, right? So it's almost like, not good riddance certainly, but just like, okay, you go handle your business, because yeah, it's just taken a lot out of the relationship. It makes them not available for connection. So they could be telling you that things are too much, but it's just that they can't hack the long haul, perhaps. What's this Three of Coins about? What's this Three of Coins? Three of Coins and the Nine of Cups. Okay, what's this King of Coins about? This King of Coins for Libra. Could be a Virgo. So this is someone that's having like a tower moment, that just wants, they're going through something that they might not be telling you about. It looks like they just want to kind of take some time, and that they're happy by themselves, or they're off on their own. They're doing their own thing. Their life is their own. They're enjoying working and then socializing, but they're very particular about who they spend their time with. But in actuality, this is someone that is kind of isolating themselves because they're going through something, and I don't think they're telling anybody. I think that they're going through something, some kind of crisis very privately, and they're not letting anybody know. And they've even sacrificed the relationship for it. But this is someone that, it might look like they're taking the time away to work on something, and that they're okay and they're working. No, they're not. They've just completely kind of pulled back and are trying to deal with something privately, but they're not working on anything. That's the difference. They're staying exactly how they are, and they're trying to deal with it that way, but they're not making any kind of changes in their life. They're not thinking about things, and they're just kind of doing the same thing they've always done, and trying to deal with this crisis with what they've always done. So if you have broken up with someone, or if you two are apart, it might look like they're, they might be dating here, they're really happy, things are fine, but actually they're kind of imploding. They haven't moved on. They're kind of imploding about this. They might have told you that they were, there's just too much drama and chaos in their life and they had to go, or that you were the cause of the chaos and the drama. What's this Five of Wands about for Libra? And they just wanted to get out of Dodge and have a fresh start, and it was just too much drama and too much just tension and conflict, and everything has to be a knife fight, and rah, 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 and I need a breather, I need a break. What's this Page of Wands? But in reality, it's very much like here. This is somebody that is, by all appearances, it might look like they're interested in going out and having fun, but it's all superficial. They might be dating, whatever, but it's all superficial, because they're still, this breakup has affected them more than they are letting on. And they're at this point, they're just having whatever they're involving themselves in, it's not communal, it's not connected. They are just strictly having superficial liaisons or connections with people, but they pulled way back, and I guess control or feeling like they're in control is their utmost priority at this point. It's like they're kind of like an island. They're keeping everybody at bay. Any kind of interaction with them is superficial at best. It's all about them and their needs in the moment, but there's nothing stable because their focus right now is dealing with this separation or breakup. And the thing is it kind of brought, I feel like they kind of brought it on themselves though, because they were the cause of the conflict and the drama. It wasn't, I don't know, they didn't, I don't feel like this is them walking away to let you sort your business. I feel like something else is going on with them and they didn't even let you know about it, and then they have the breakup on top of it. So they are blaming you for the breakup and needing a fresh start, but there were other things going on. I mean, it could be that they wanted to have a superficial or just superficial liaisons. They didn't want to be connected. They didn't want to have commitment. It could be that, but I feel like something was going on, and then two, the breakup really shook them. It's this Eight of Cups. It's this Eight of Cups for Libra. Walking away from this situation with you. Could be they're saying they need time to sort through some things. I mean, and to be fair, they could say, you know what, I got a lot going on in my life right now. I'm going to check out for a minute. That's fair. If that's what they feel like they need to do, okay. But I hope, it feels like they're blaming you. And I don't, that's not fair. It's not accurate. If they are. What's this Eight of Cups? Ten of Pentacles, walking away from a secures. Okay, what's this Nine of Swords? Yeah, there's that anxiety. Across the board here, we got this private hell they're in. What's this? So it might be like, yeah, I'm just gonna, you know, I have to leave this situation. It's just not for me anymore. I'm just not happy. But what's this Nine of Swords? Is it that they're heartbroken or, okay. It's like they won't acknowledge, they'd rather lose the relationship than acknowledge what is bothering them. And they might see it as, they might be aware of it, or they might feel like they come to this point in every relationship that it never works out, or, but I feel like they might let people in up to a certain point, and then nobody gets past a certain point because of their own private hell. It's a pattern that repeats for them in every single relationship. And as soon as they get to that point with somebody, they shut down. They bail or they shut down, or both. What's this Ace of Wands about? Yeah, you need that new start. What's this Ace of Wands about? Yep, just like you're doing here, moving on, walking away. Understanding, good that you understand that there's nothing you can do about this. This is somebody's own private hell they're trying to work through. On the one hand, it's kind of sad, but it's hard to be compassionate when they blame you for it, or they won't let you in, and then they turn around and shut you out, and you're just like, what the whole time I've been with you, I've been confused. Like, what the hell's going on? Why haven't I not been able to get past a certain point with you? What is really going on? I know it's not me because you don't let me in. So how can I be causing this drama if you know what I mean? So, okay. I'm glad that you're like, I am out. I'm getting a new, fresh start, interested in somebody else, completely removing myself from this situation. It can't be helped with my involvement. I'm out. What else for this Ace of Wands? And this is you transitioning. This is you practicing self-care. And this is you looking for somebody else who is emotionally available, basically. This could be male or female. This could be Taurus, Pisces, Scorpio, Virgo. This is all about you finding someone. Part of the reason that you're letting go of this relationship, you're transitioning, you're able to start kind of making sense of it and truly letting go, is because you realize there's nothing you can do. This isn't about you. It was never personal anyway, right? But there's a lot of needing self-care and needing to sort of reclaim those parts that you got taken away or that you gave away in the relationship. And again, male or female, but this is all about you withdrawing, reinvesting in yourself, finding somebody that is able to give what you give in a relationship, so it's reciprocal, not one-sided, and you're not walking around half the time going, what the hell's going on? Or there's not drama. Because this is just chaos for chaos sake and conflict constantly. There doesn't need to be that. But because of this person's own private hell, it gets in the way. Everybody has it. It's just how we manage it. What else for Libra? What else for Libra? It could be that you feel like there's nothing you can do with this Aries or Taurus. This could be Aries also, Aries or Taurus. But I feel like this is you walking away, starting anew, and looking for someone that can give what you give in a relationship, someone that's emotionally available. And this is about you reclaiming yourself. Like, you know, before you might have been like this, like, oh my gosh, and just needing a breather. But now this is you actively, self-care might have been before you just like, oh my gosh, I just need to remove myself. But now it's all about you doing the nice things. It's like you're kind of invigorated again. You come back around to where you're like, oh, I can taste and smell things again, and I feel like going outside, and you know, I can buy myself this, or I can make myself that, or I can do this for myself. Whereas before you might have just felt just as shut down because you're like, what is going on? You know? All right. Card for Libra, please. Their interests at this point are varied and superficial. They're not dealing. They just pulled out of a situation. It might look like they're trying to deal with it. They might have said that, but it's not. What's really going on is just they can only go so far in a relationship, and then they got to pull out because of their drama, because of their inner conflict, because of whatever. It's something. It's their own private hell, basically, that nobody really knows about, and they're not too sure about either. But it's a repeated pattern for them. Okay. Whoops. Four of Pentacles. Good. Self-protective mode. We got the Four of Swords here and Four of Pentacles. You stay unto yourself. You keep doing what you're doing because there's better for you out there. This person is unavailable. What else for Libra? What else for Libra? It's kind of sad in one way. It'd be one thing if it was a cry for help, but it's not. This is someone that will do whatever they have to do to keep someone from getting past a certain point with them. Even at the point where they'll throw that person under the bus. That's where it gets dodgy. You know, it's hard to be compatible. This isn't a cry for help. This is just someone that's like, okay, I got what I wanted, I'm out. You know, private hell or not. This tree just fell out, so that's like a long-standing relationship. This could also be, I mean, with the Empress, we could also be talking about health issues or because of this relationship, there might have been some health issues starting to come up. The stress, the inordinate amount of stress. We got the Five of Wands and the Nine of Swords. That could be stress-induced illness, long-standing, that sort of thing, or long-standing illness affecting the relationship. All right, what else for Libra? So we've got the house, is it? Is that the tower? That's a house. That's a house. Long-standing relationship. This is about your significant other that you're probably married to. If not married, you've had a long-standing connection with this person, and it looks like it's not over. I'm sorry to say, but I don't see any definitives here. They might be walking away, but you'll be back because this is just a Four of Swords. Round and round we go. So you're in a self-protective mode. You want this new beginning. You're realizing on a big level that you need to walk away. There's nothing you can do about this, and you need to reinvest in yourself, but this person will be back again. It may take up to a year, but they're going to be back. It's going to be up to you whether you want to repeat the cycle with them or not, though, because this looks like there's been a lot of back and forth. This is a King of Cups, and that's the Ace of Swords. This is still interacting with someone in a compassionate capacity, but you're guarding your emotions, maybe having truthful conversation. Or this could be advice to, in fact, have compassion for what they're going through, but completely safeguard your emotions and cut this off, or only keep communication online. But honestly, because the back and forth with this person and the way they've treated you, you're never going to get any satisfaction or care or reciprocity that's going to meet your needs from them. And maybe this is you realizing that. We got two major arcana, and then we've got the King of Cups over here. With the Ace of Swords. Maybe it's that you finally come full circle, because Kings, as far as the minor arcana, they're the highest court card. So that's finally having that realization and being able to not react emotionally anymore. Guarding your emotions, sitting in a position of power, taking charge, and making decisive cuts, shall we say. Final cuts. Okay. What else for Libra? What else for Libra? Knight of Swords reversed and Justice. Okay, so no more forward movement. This is someone who, if they do act, it's independent and it's reactionary. It's not proactive. It's someone reacting. It's someone that, like, at 3 in the morning, you know, they get up out of bed and they go to, it's like, it's really just, it doesn't make much sense. It is anything but stable, and it is anything but proactive. It's usually to someone's detriment. They're not good decisions, but they are reacting to something, or they're trying to shake things up to do something to produce different results. But it's not, what they're doing is not helping anything. It just makes things worse. It could also be that this is a lack of forward movement, and or cutting things off, not doing the unexpected, doing what is assured, not being unexpected, not doing anything rash, but doing what is stable, controlled, that provides security and is self-protective. And it looks like that's, whoopsie, that's what's needed. It could also be you're dealing with an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, but it looks like this is all about no more trying to intervene and take control of the situation, no more trying to help the situation. A lot of times people do stuff like this because it's better to do that than to sit at home and feel how you feel, or, you know, one of you is acting this way. I think this might be you finally going, nope, I'm not going to take charge of this situation and try to fix it, try to bridge the gap, try to find the balance in it. I'm not doing that anymore. It doesn't make sense to do that, and it never yields positive results for you anyway. And this is saying that this is justice, so this is a karmic relationship. But I think the right thing is saying the right thing to do here is to not try to fix it, to let go, to cut things off, to not involve yourself anymore, to not be reacting to someone else's drama and try to salvage this situation. It's not for you. It's not your place anymore to do that. It never was. But maybe they made you feel like it was. But no more. No more. This is about you taking back your power, basically, and finding someone that can give what you want in a relationship where you can thrive and not have to be fixing everything. Okay. All right, Libra, I hope this was helpful, and I hope to see you in the next reading. You take care.